Hello, everyone. My name is Nekme Obasoge, reporting from Toronto, Canada. We are here today to discuss a very important topic, what happened lately in Nigeria when the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Idris Wase, states that Nigerians living in the diaspora cannot submit a petition on issues affecting the country. So many Nigerians in diaspora are outraged over that statement. I have today in the studio Mr. Oraka, Magnus Oraka, all the way from the northern region of Nigeria. Thanks for joining the program today, sir.
Thank you very much.
So I have Dr. Tony Agbans living in the UK. So we are here today to discuss, because that's why I invited people who are living in diaspora as well to, also hear their views about what the Deputy Speaker said about Nigerians in diaspora. Thanks for joining the program today, Dr. Tony Agbans.
Yeah, thank you, our chief host, Nekman Obasogi. Thank you, madam. I'm glad to be here. Greetings to all Nebo TV viewers, wherever you are watching in the world. I greet you a very happy Sunday to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining the program. So my next guest for today is Mother Angela Oriahe, all the way from the United States. I know that you discussed about this topic yesterday, and I brought you to the studio to also tell us more about this idea that Nigerian politicians, some, I won't say all of them, okay, some of them they don't treat us so seriously politically in the country. Okay. So thanks for joining the program today.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Please keep sharing as you join.
Okay, so before we start the program, let me quickly bring Agbons. Dr. Agbons, you live here, you live in the UK, with the statement made by the Deputy Speaker of House that Nigerians in diaspora cannot submit petition, especially intervening in the affairs of the country. So what is your take on it?
Yeah, thank you, Nekmen. Very good question. I think for most of us, Nigerians who are living in the diaspora, the statement by the Deputy Speaker of the Nigerian House of Representatives, Idris Wasa, I must say I'm just trying to figure out an adjective. I know I'm live on television, so I'm just trying to pick my words carefully. It is an affront on the sensibility of Nigerians, especially for those of us who are in the diaspora. It was like he insulted the entire Nigerian nation, because diasporans in every country of the world, diasporans they are a unique block. Diasporans are given their due respect, they are given their due honor, and the role of the diaspora in the development of any nation, both in human, physical, and financial aspects, cannot be overemphasized. So when I heard that statement, I was like, really? In this 21st century? Look, Idris Wasa, in terms of hierarchy, should be like the number 5 or number 6 person in the country. So for him to make that kind of statement, and we have not even heard that he has apologized so far. I'm not aware. Maybe he has apologized, but I'm not aware. So it is an affront, it is an insult, and it's not something that most of us in the diaspora we are taking lightly at all. So, and I'm happy that you brought this issue to the fore on your program today.
Thank you. Thank you. So are we expecting him to come back or come out publicly to apologize to Nigerians in diaspora? Let me quickly bring Madam Angela to the front. Go ahead, ma. So are we expecting Idris to apologize to Nigerians in diaspora over that controversial comment he made about Nigerians in the diaspora?
I don't think we're gonna expect any apology. But if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, that's okay. And it's not okay. I am not saying it's okay for us. But if it doesn't come, I won't be surprised because they're all a bunch of ignorance. They're very ignorant. They think Nigeria is it's an entity. Nigeria is their company that they have to run their own way. The citizens don't matter. The opinion of the people don't matter. And I won't be expecting an apology, but if there's an apology is not enough. We have to see actions because from the heart the mouth speaketh. They now you know how they rate us. You see when Showore went for contest, some people will say, "Oh, you want to come from America and come and tell us what to do?" Even when we live in America, are we not Nigerians? We contribute more to Nigeria economy than you people. All you people do is take. The Idris, all he does is take.
They
So
take
how
and
dare him?
invest outside the country as well. They take
Yes,
and invest
how
outside
dare
the
him?
country.
How dare him disrespect us like that? Because we came here to gain knowledge. And if you open doors, you will see that our knowledge will bring that country to the highest. I'm not demeaning people who are intelligent in that country. One of them right here is in the program, Magnus Okwara. So you don't demean people, all the educated people in Nigeria, and what they've done to be in the stage where they are. You people are there just running the country like an animal kingdom. That is not how you run a country. You don't know. You don't want to step down for people who know to run the country. Now you are coming up with Diaspora. The way you should see his body language. He's the most arrogant person. Idris or whatever his name is. I don't really care because I don't steal my money. I work for my money. You are, if every time you send money home, that's what really got me. Every time you send money home, CBN said this, CBN said that. Are you guys not eating from the CBN? All the money we send, CBN take part of it, and that's all in your pocket. We feed you. We feed you. You steal our money. You still disrespect us. How dare you do that? You can't do that because we don't cease to be Nigerians because we're in UK or we're in the US or we're in the European country. We don't cease to be Nigerians. We have the same right just like you. The way he was talking, his body language was so arrogant, like, oh, Nigeria is mine. You guys need to stay there. You guys are inferior to me. No, we are not. Let me blow his bubble. Without us, there won't be Nigeria running because right now, I don't think there's any revenue coming from Nigeria. And if there's any, you guys are sucking it. You're all blood suckers. You guys are sucking it into your pockets. So everything we are sending is what is making the country run. Go and check how much we have sent last year, 2020 alone. I'm not even talking about, the ones we have sent. Just see 1 year what we have sent, and you have the guts to be talking to us like that and be disrespectful of us. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Buhari and his co-host, enough is enough. These guys don't have no clue. They don't have no clue how to lead. They don't have no management skill. They just sit there and wear agbada and suck all the money, and they think that's ruling, that's leading people. What is that? Look at everybody dying on starvation. You see graduates going around on the street with no shoes on their feet. It tears my heart when I go home. You give somebody 1,000 naira and they're jumping. You give somebody a plate of food, they are delighted. What is that? Is that how a country run?
Incompetent leaders. I'm not sure if these people are reading the Constitution, the Nigerian Constitution. So that is one.
The Constitution is killing us too. All those Constitution are a bunch of garbage. It's a bunch of garbage. It's favoring some people and favoring, just like the passport we were talking about yesterday, the program I did yesterday. Why should a Benin man, why should an Urobo man travel all the way to Taraba and Kano for a passport that you're not getting for free? You're entitled to that. That's your entitlement as a Nigerian national. So you are going to get a passport that might be about 5,000 or 10,000, but altogether you spend 60,000. Meanwhile, these people don't have no money. But meanwhile, the roads are not good. The kidnappers that Buhari and his cohorts spread all over the place, they are there to kidnap you and tear your neck. Yeah. What kind of country is that?
Yes. Before we move forward, let me quickly play the video of Idris himself when he made that comment, because this is undeniable, because the proof is there. He made that comment. So let me play the video. Okay, before we move forward, I will bring Mr. Oraka to tell us more about Idris, the deputy speaker. Idris, from his language, is he competent enough to be the deputy of the House of Representatives in Nigeria? So go ahead, Mr. Oraka, tell us.
Yeah, thank you very much for bringing me. You see, every time I see a southern man try tries to analyze the Nigerian system, sometimes I want to cry. Apologies to Madam Angela. These people are not ignorant. You cannot be ignorant if you are carrying out an agenda that you honestly want to achieve. Now, let me tell you something about the Northerners. The Northerners are merchants of illiteracy, merchants of ineptitude. In the North here, they practice what we call oligarchy. An oligarchic system is a system that separates people at the top. There's a noise background there.
No,
Hello?
there's no noise. Go ahead. There's no noise.
Oh, okay. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. The North practices an oligarchic system where the bourgeois claim what is happening, claim all the spoils of life, and then the poor admit that this is where God has placed us. Now, I will connect the analogy I'm making. Before you even begin to blame the deputy speaker, did you also notice the thief man, the man who was bringing the petition, how he was cowering, how he was even trying to explain to the deputy speaker? Did you not notice that he was scared?
Yeah.
He didn't even present himself as somebody who is sure of what he was doing. The man who is making the petition is very, very educated. There was no resoluteness in his presentation. There was no charge. There was no command. The moment this deputy speaker said that people abroad have no right to make petition in Nigeria, there wasn't actually any need to begin to explain how people abroad should be making petition in Nigeria. What I expected that man to do was outright anger, outright annoyance, and outright rebuke to the deputy speaker.
Exactly.
But he went there, he stood there sheepishly and cowering and trying to explain, Now, having said that, let me tell you something. If there is anything the northern cabals are afraid of, are people living abroad. Let me take your mind to the COVID-19 lockdown. In that COVID-19 lockdown, a lot of money, billions of naira, transmitted from abroad to Nigeria, mostly because they are the ones in charge of ESCC. They are the one in charge of central bank. They are the one in charge of every financial regulation in Nigeria. So they know these figures. They know what is happening. That is why when they were sharing the palliatives, they didn't consider the South, because they believed the South was getting inflow of dollars into Nigeria. In order to stop it, they brought this stringent policy that you cannot send converted dollars from America to Nigeria. You get me? All is in a bid to frustrate dollars from abroad to Southerners. Now, there is something I've always urged my Southerners to do. Please and please and please, don't ever look at these Northerners in power as ignorant. They are not. Everything they do is deliberate. And I'll tell you, I'm going to prove to you in a second, to tell you that what that Deputy Speaker was doing was deliberate. They know the strength of the people in diaspora. And a petition from the diaspora in the Senate, that was a first. That was a first. And the moment that thing came up, they knew that if it was given consent in the House, that will open doors for mirage of complaints from people living in diaspora. So there was a necessity to stop it there as soon as it came. Just as when they stopped the idea of Southerners and Christians uniting to vote somebody, now they've disrupted it. It will take another 20 or 50 years for Christians to even have the idea to put their votes together again. So what that man was doing was to discourage. It was as if he knew very well that Nigerians in diaspora have right and authority to make petitions in the House of Assembly. They are Nigerians, for God's sake. It will be insult to our basic human sense to even begin to put it into debate whether people in diaspora have a right or not. It will be insult to our common senses that people in diaspora. He knows. Don't kid yourself. He knows. His attempt is just to cut. His attempt is just to cut a reoccurrence of people abroad beginning to sign petition. Maybe people abroad will start signing petition that Buhari should resign. Let me tell you, these people are evil geniuses. They are not smart, but they are evil geniuses. An evil genius can be very, very intelligent when it comes to coining ideas to implement evil agenda. And that's exactly what he's doing. The person you should be blaming, the real person you should be blaming is the person who was putting forth the petition. If I'm putting forth a petition that the thieves abroad under the aegis of Thief Association living abroad are putting up a petition, and then the deputy speaker say that Nigerians living abroad cannot put it. I would say, sir, the people who have made this petition are Nigerians, sir. Please do not insult their Nigerianship as whether they are in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. It does not change the fact of their citizenship as entrenched in the Nigerian constitution. There are basic ways of being a citizen of a country. You are either a citizen by birth, you are a citizen by naturalization, or you are a citizen by whatever, all the different citizens. Now, these people who are making these petitions are citizens by birth. The fact that they travel out of a geographical location does not change their citizen by birth. There is nowhere in the constitution they say that once aeroplane takes you away from a geographical space, your citizenship stops as soon as you cross the boundary of Nigeria. That's why I say sometimes if we devote energy in trying to even explain why Nigerian diasporans should or should not, we are just insulting at this thing. The man who was making the petition should have. You see, that's why when we elect these Southerners or Christians to go into the House and they don't understand basic psychology of the northern they don't understand basic psychology of the northern politicians. The result is the behavior of that man that you saw. You are bringing out a petition. You are bringing out a petition by Nigerians living abroad, and one illiterate is telling you that they don't have a right. What should you do? There and there. You don't need to cower. You don't need to show me respect. You say, sir, Your Honorable Sir, I feel offended by this comment you have just made, and I'm sure Nigerians all over the world that will watch this video clip on YouTube, on social media, will also be outraged. How in the world would you say my brothers who have traveled out of Nigeria just because they have, for peculiar reasons, they have engaged themselves in a different geographical location? because they are now outside the Nigerian confines, their right to the citizenship to Nigeria has suddenly ceased because they are no longer in the geographical space of Nigeria. So to me, I wasn't angry with the deputy speaker. That is who they are. That is how they behave. To them, they don't mind if Nigeria completely collapsed. They're already used to poverty. I just traveled from Gombe to Jos. You can't imagine the type of life I see a lot of them living. Terrible way of life. And they are used to it. So my anger, my real anger is not with the deputy senate president. My real anger is with the man making the petition. Because you are a senator, you didn't even know why you were there. You didn't know your political work. You didn't know that. Yes. My House of Reps. And they are all Senate now, whether it's okay, in any case, House of Reps. You didn't know your political work. That you stood there with all the intelligence you have, with all the exposure you have. You allow one illiterate because he wear one Hausa cap and a bariga. And then you are trying to explain to him. The idea that this guy was even trying to explain was even the most annoying part. You see, sir, they are actually Nigerian. It was annoying.
That man is a very gentleman. He was trying to explain to the deputy speaker. He was explaining because the deputy speaker himself demonstrated a kind of a characteristic of an incompetent leader.
If you are dealing with the northerners, if you are dealing with the northerners in politics, forget this gentlemanly, forget this big English. They believe in proactive and violence. You must beget them with the card they are playing. If they are playing gentleman, play gentleman. But if they are playing mischief, outright arrogant mischief, play the same arrogant mischief to them. Be 2 steps ahead of them, know where they are coming from, and go there and wait for them. Forget this gentleman. You see, this Western education we have has really made us to be very, very ineptitude in this Nigerian political game. Forget this thing. I live here. The only language someone will always understand is equal and opposite violence, or a better. That man, watch that video again. This time, don't place your attention on the deputy speaker. Place your attention on the man making the petition. You feel sad that those are the idiots we are carrying to Senate. How can you allow an illiterate to be dictating to you because he wear one big cap when I also have cap? I rest my case.
Thank you.
Let me Miss Nackman.
Yes,
Miss Nackman.
Yes.
My brother. He's right. He's right. Let me tell you, I was also focusing on the Senate. And the speaker, whatever his name is, the Idris or whatever he is. So, he has a body language of intimidation. He was intimidating that guy. But if I was in the position of that guy, everybody's not the same. We could blame him all at once. My personality is not your personality. I'd be dead if you think he's going to intimidate somebody like me. That would have been my answer. They are still Nigerian too. You are not more Nigerian than them. But we have somebody who couldn't stand up for what he was to deliver. What can we do about that?
Beautiful. Now you're talking.
On the wayside. But maybe if they see our contributions also, that might change or that might not. That's why I was telling you, when you're talking about apology, I don't see that Idris man to apologize to anybody because he's he won't apologize. But his body language is awful. Because he like, what? Who are they? The America, they want to tell us, like, yes, we're in America, but we know what's going on in Nigeria. Hello? Because, like Brother Magnus said, because we flew an airline to another geographical area, don't make us less Nigerians. So he needs to get over it, and he needs to, like, start twisting his head, but they will never. Because I grew up in the North, and I know what it is. So go ahead.
Okay, let me bring Paul to the picture. Hello, Mr. Paul.
Good. How are you?
Yeah,
Hello, everyone.
Just
thank you. Thanks for joining the program.
Hi,
I was not
Thank you.
expecting you. I thought you would not join. Thanks for joining anyway. So tell us more about this comment, very controversial, from the deputy
Yeah.
speaker, who demonstrated a kind of characteristics of a competent leader, because the way he was addressing this issue of Nigerians in diaspora signing petition against the federal government, many Nigerians are outraged over that comment, even though we are contributing immensely to the economic growth of Nigeria. Why are we being treated that way? So go ahead.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Let me also appreciate my sister Angela once again. Nice to see you again. I am particularly very excited the way my brother Magnus spoke just now, and like you said, everyone do things differently. From the position I stand, um, I'm a businessman, and when you're a businessman in Nigeria, there are a few things you do. You ignore them, and then look at what's going on. Just you practically stand from a distance. The best you can do is just ignore them. But that help? No. Especially some of us who are diasporans who do business in Nigeria. When you see these kind of things, it reiterates the whole idea that there's just a number of people within the leadership that really don't care about us.
Mm.
Um, uh, I don't know why anybody is surprised, really. I really don't know why anybody's surprised. I've been to meetings. I can give you one simple example. Someone, without mentioning names, someone there was a plan to get the Amajurais. Those who don't know the Amajurais, for the purpose of those who are watching, are let me use the word poor people in the north who are panhandlers. They go on the streets. Most of them have no parents. Most of them have no. They're just up on the streets, basically. So, someone stood up and said, "Why? Why will these kids go to the same school as my kids are going?"
okay.
It practically blew my mind. I sat at the back of the hall, just listening to this guy. And why will they go to the same school as his own children? For what?
Wow.
And that he's not going to sign up to this, and blah blah blah, just arguing, and he's on the meeting. He's not interested in this meeting, and I just being from the diaspora. Some few nuts just went off my skull. So when you listen to this type of characters, like my brother Magnus said, you really need to understand them. The interesting thing is God just made all of us differently, and we all think differently, but we are one, but we are different. And we think differently. But when you see the level some people go in the way they think, just there have been times I said to myself, Nigerians are very happy people. There's no way someone can take their lives or take a knife and go chop up another person in Nigeria. Black man, no, that's not going to happen in the next 5 million years. I argued this so many times with so many people. Will I argue that now, today? No, I can't, because that is the reality of what's going on within the Black race, especially us Nigerians, especially those who believe their culture, their tradition supersedes the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Believe me, there are people who just don't believe that the Constitution has anything to do with their religion, has anything to do with their culture. Therefore, whatever they think They hell with the Constitution. They hell with the rule of law. They hell with whatever there is.
Yes.
So I worry about the diasporans. The diasporans are sit back and just believe that we are a part of the equation of Nigeria. There are people. Forget that man. The man that was just telling you in the House of Rep that no, diaspora. He is a good guy. He really is a good guy. You should listen to some other people. Trust me, that the deputy speaker is a wonderful guy for even saying that. Some people will say diaspora die, today die.
Yes. Because we are very resistant. We are very resistant.
So there is no resistance.
Living in the West.
Yeah, there's no resistance. Yes, they see the numbers that come in. I was just going through my numbers. In 2008, the diaspora remittance to Nigeria was the lowest in 2008. Was the lowest. CBN sent out a memo for people in diaspora to try and increase what they sent. And you know how much it was? That was 23 billion.
Yes.
Okay, in 2008, 23 billion. But it was the lowest, and the CBN was complaining. Oh, you guys should increase it. The following year up. The following year up. Do you know what it is today? 89 billion.
Yeah.
You have to understand. And you know what that is in Naira? Somebody should do the math. What is the Nigerian's national budget for 2021? 11 trillion. Multiply that in dollars, or divide that in dollars if you will get to what the remittance comes from overseas. So it is not the guy, it is not the House of Rep or the deputy speaker. It's not him talking. He's speaking for someone. He's speaking. He's a representative of somebody, of something else that is going on. So, we as diasporans need to understand these things. But particularly myself as a businessman, I ignore them. There's no need. You can cry from here till thy kingdom come. Until you take the Constitution of Nigeria, everybody sits around one fire, throw it inside the fire and burn it, and let everybody sit down and come up with a new one that looks after everybody, including the diaspora. Until then, you're just faced with with three arms of government that is actually one.
Mr. Paul, I don't want to interrupt you. I think if they allow Nigerians in diaspora to be voting from wherever they are outside the country, I think politicians in the country would treat us more seriously, because they believe that we cannot impact the elections in Nigeria, so therefore they can say whatever they want, they can exclude us. So I think we should be pressing for these diaspora votes, so that many other ethnic groups like the Italians, that they can participate in the politics of their country from wherever country they are. They can vote from wherever they have this kind of online voting system that they can.
The Gambia. You are talking about the Italians, Sister Neckman. The Gambian, my friend votes from Atlanta. The Gambians, they vote when there's an election in Gambia. We are going too far when we say the Italians. There are a few African nations that are voting online already. All my friends in Gambia, a woman made it happen. They all vote for their presidential election. That's how they got rid of that monster that was killing people and burying people alive. Okay. And they sent him on exile. And his children, his immediate family cannot come to America or to any European country. So they sent him on exile. They send him on exile, and all these guys can vote.
Okay, let me quickly bring Mr. Daniel Obakozuwa all the way from the ancient city of Benin. Thanks for joining the program today, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you very much for. Sorry, I was having issues with my network. That was why I was always going off and on. Well, I have listened to
Yes, well,
Are you see?
I have a question for you. What do you think about these northern
Mm.
leaders? Their comments about
Eh,
Nigerians, especially the certain people, the people living in the certain region of Nigeria, because you can see the division, the inequality, lack of cooperation, especially between, like what we discussed the other time during the time when we were doing a live broadcast, that the northern leaders, there is no consensus between the northern leaders and the southern leaders. I know the division is obvious in Nigeria right now. What do you think about this leadership that is concentrated in the hands of the northerners?
Well, first of all, let me go into, so as I took a lot of notes,
Mm,
like the statement from the deputy speaker. I want to say here that whatever the deputy speaker said was a personal opinion, not the resolution of the House. So I will agree with
mm,
Mr. Gbinoba when he said that, well, the man may be a nice guy, but whatever he's saying is his personal opinion, not a resolution. It is when an issue becomes a resolution, it becomes so abiding for the nation to abide. So whatever he said
mm,
was on his own personal opinion, not receiving petitions from those in the diaspora. The diasporas are Nigerians. They also contributed to the economy of this country. But to me, I believe that the diasporans have a better way of channeling their grievances, working with their host nations, more especially the friendly countries, host nations who are contributing to the development and success of Nigeria. We should
mm,
not forget that the bottom line, corruption, which has always been the issue in Nigeria. So every good things that want to come to Nigeria, those leaders who are corrupt will always find a way to thwart them and put them aside to their own benefits, not to the benefits of Nigerians. You understand? So we should also get that point clear, that it is not that the views of the diasporans will not be taken. It's just that the corruption that is presently going on in our
mm,
country, Nigeria, and that corruption has really done a lot of harm to this country. But however, those our brothers in the diaspora have a better way to channel their grievances, just as those our brothers in the United States working with the government of their host country. Uh, During the time of President Trump, most of the information fed to President Trump, apart from the intelligence report, were by Nigerians. And you can see a lot of sanctions that are then going on Nigerian. So these
mm,
are better ways of bringing the
mm.
views of our
Yes.
brothers in diasporas to be held. So that
Mm,
is clear. And I also want to clear one point about Mr. Magnus' issue, that the Northerners, they have a system. There's no system of such in the North. It is a class of few trying to hold sway on the whole North. They try to deprive the others of education, concentrating on certain family. You
mm,
understand? That is a problem. That problem, as time goes on, will also be a time bomb for them. I must tell you, it's all just like a friend who is a Northerner has said, that this Boko Haram thing was politically motivated to disturb the government of President Jonathan. And when Jonathan was out, it was now very difficult for those Northerners who brought these things to control them. You can see the problem. They could not put a stop to it. You have given them weapons. They decided to go on their own way. These are problems that will also get to the North as time goes on. So it is not a system that is in the North. It is a system created by some certain class, not to give opportunity like education. You remember when we were discussing about the Northerner
mm,
issues, when I said,
mm,
you see, in Niger State where I served, Bagudu, he's late now, his
mm,
son was a senator, takes
mm,
the youths of that area, get them fed in the morning, send them to the mosque to
mm,
recite the Islam rather than giving them education.
mm,
You understand? That is his own style of holding that area in the in Bida area. So
mm,
whatever Bagudu says in Bida is a law. And if it sends them out for destruction, they go out destroying. These young men are deprived of education. It is the style of a very few, not giving, just like us in the north, in the south. That is where we are different. If somebody keep calling you, giving you food, and it's not discussing how you are going to better your lot tomorrow, you see, those in the south will not go again. Say, is it food I told him I want to eat? We always have rebels in this side that will go against such. But in the north, you hardly see such. You hardly see such in the north.
Yes, you are right.
You understand? So those are the few that wants to persuade the northern powers within themselves, depriving others. But I will keep praying that one day those the so-called less privileged will see the light one day, just as we in the north are seeing the light. You understand? That if they do, I tell you, it's a very big problem that was going to be a time bomb for those our brothers living in the north.
So, which means if they encourage education in the north, these people will one day rebel against them. So that is why,
that's why they are depriving them of education, depriving them of social life. You understand? So they want to hold clay to their. If you go to Bida area, the people you hear are these Bagudu in charge of everything there, and the youth they are sent to reside in the mosque. In the morning, they go to their houses, being fed. In the afternoon, send them after eating back to the mosque. Just what they do just to recite Islam.
That is how to keep them in that primitive kind of lifestyle.
Yes,
instead of sending them to school.
That is fine. It is a system that some individuals, some family has created in the north. It is not a system in the north, as said. But few have also breaking away from it. And those are the few who liken the acts of the Southerners. I have a lot of friends who are from the north, and when they share it to you, you know that there's already a problem in the north, that one day it becomes a very big one for the northern region itself.
Okay.
And that issue is what is leading to this southern and northern dichotomy in politics, in our Senate, in the House of Rep. You understand? If a southern senator wants the betterment for the people of Nigeria, and the northern senator is saying that it's not going to be to his favor or to his class, they will twat it. I was discussing with a certain senator sometime, and he said most of his bees or talk in the house is just restricted within his constituency, how to bring development to his community. Because if he talks about the entire Nigeria, it may not favor his brothers in the north. And that is how you see the clashes between them. Why the northern senators or the House of Rep member hold meetings time without number with their emirs, whom they created, to discuss the way forward for the north. We in the south, you don't hardly see such coming to Benin, that senators will come to hold meeting with the Oba. You hardly see it, but frequently they do it in the north, because anything against them, when they decide, like the SAP riot, when I saw the SAP riot, this SARS issue, you can see the way the northern leaders and House of Rep members, senators were always going to the north and criticizing it. And when they saw that it is becoming too rampant for the southerner, they decided to go with their strategies, even using their brothers who are in the intelligence department to thwart the effort.
Okay.
Using these same people they have kept within themselves, bringing them to the street just to distract the genuine protesters.
Yes, that's what they did. That is what they did at that time. You know, the division is there. It's very obvious in the system. For me, I believe that is this tribalism embedded in the Nigerian politics as a whole that is affecting governance in the country. I strongly believe in that. The tribalism is.
Well, let me just say something. There are things we're missing. There are there is a certain understanding we need to have, whether as a diaspora, whether as a South, whether as a Middle Belt or whatever, or the North. I have Muslim friends. I have one of my very, very close friends is a Muslim, and he doesn't talk or behave like that. My neighbor
But
in Toronto,
the majority matters a lot. If one person,
my neighbor in Toronto, in Brampton, is a Muslim. He doesn't behave like that. So, but you have to understand that in Nigeria, there are certain people in the North who have succeeded in marrying both their culture and their religion together that the Southern people don't. No matter how, even there's a Muslim in the South, you will never see a Yoruba or a Benin Muslim thinking that if you insult Olokun, for example, you are insulting his religion. No. Or you insult one of their king or whatever, you are insulting. No. But most part of the North, when you say something that sounds insulting to a certain culture, they believe that you have insulted their religion. And vis-a-vis.
Well,
so that goes to all,
Mr. Agbonoba. No, please let me come here.
In the Senate.
Let me come here. When you say no. I won't agree with that point. You know, you said your friend who is in the US, a Muslim. These I will call the breakaway. They have now become enlightened. Let me tell you, this class wanting to hold sway of Nigerian politics, they do not give a damn of culture and religion. If you see them coming in between your religion, maybe there's already an existing crisis which they want to hide under that religion. They don't give a damn with Islam. They don't give a damn. They don't use, yes. When you see them wanting their people to agitate over an issue that already been existing, and there was at that present moment, there's something relating to religion in the North, they will use that as a yardstick to hit the Southerners.
No,
they
but
don't give
exactly
a damn with religion.
We're saying the same
they don't
thing.
give a damn.
They
don't give a damn about your religion, your culture. They use this as a hidden point to get to the South, because they believe that whatever policy you want to give out, it is not to their favor. Nigerians since independence have been giving education, scholarship to the Northerners. One would have expected that between 1960 to date, 80% of Northern Nigerians would have been fully educated and socialized. But this same class hold back such from existing in the North.
Okay, let me thank you, Mr. Daniel. Let me quickly bring Dr. Agbons here. Hello, Dr. Agbons. Unmute yourself. Dr. Agbons, can you unmute yourself? Dr. Agbons. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what do you think about this Northern and Southern leaders, this division that is prevailing among the Nigerian politicians? You know, this idea or the comment made by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, the thief people in America signing a petition. Do you think there is a kind of tribalism playing out here?
Yeah, thank you, Nekwe. And I thank the panelists, everyone that has spoken. So I don't want to repeat whatever others have said. But I only just want to say that we should try and separate the issues we have, so that we don't, make it too bogus. So we have to streamline it. I think our focus basically is the way the Deputy Speaker of the House of Rep shut down the Benue representative. So religion, tribalism, whatever, that one is something that I'm not sure, except there is a mental shift. It's not something that is going to, leave Nigeria today, tomorrow. So, and that one will bring us to another way to the kind of bogus government we run, things not being decentralized and all that, that makes everybody just begin to look one way. So that aside. But Nekwen, coming to your question, I think for the diaspora community, it's a good thing that there is a Nigerian Diaspora Commission. That commission was enacted by an act of parliament some years ago. And at the moment, we have somebody we can also say that is very exposed. This is somebody that worked in the media. In fact, growing up, I used to watch her on NTA, Abike Dabiri Rewa now. So she is the chairman of the Nigerian Diaspora Commission. And when you sent me this invitation, I was trying to read around this issue, and I see that Abike has already made some. I think she's made some moves already. So, but just like Mr. Raka said, is those of us from the South, we need to also play the game that the Northern people, because for people, if you read the 48 Laws of Power, there's this popular book. You see that people who want political power, they can go to any length to do anything. So it may even be that this Idris was he knew what he was saying, but he was just trying to be cunning. He knew because because I've checked his resume. This guy he's done some courses in Harvard, in one Harvard college somewhere in the US and all that. So he knew. So in terms of power play, and this is where, like, I always agree with Mr. Magnus Oraka. The Southern people, we need to also be thinking a bit ahead, but we cannot, because our people in the South, a lot of our political elites, they are power mongers. So they don't even mind that their people are being crushed, so long as they are eyeing one office. Like we are talking of 2023 now. There's insecurity. There's insecurity in the land. Some heavyweight Southerners, heavyweights. When I say heavyweights, who will talk and people will say, okay, they are keeping quiet because they are targeting election coming. So this is always my headache with the South. And if you even look at this since 1990 now, how many years? How many years of democracy? How many presidents have we had? The South, we've led more before Buhari came. Buhari has spent 5 years. So we had a president in this country who was from the South. He was there for 8 years from the Southwest. He was there for 8 years. Another one came by default because somebody died. He was there for 5 years. It was about 13. So we've had Southerners in strategic position, vice president, this or that. But the South, we don't know how to align. It's only for their own selfish reason. That is always my problem with the South. But I must tell you something. Nature has a way of balancing itself. Nature, when we used to do chemistry in school, we talk of balancing chemical equation. Nature has a way of balancing itself. What is happening in Nigeria right now, I tell you, is an eye-opener for the people in the South.
Yes, Mr. Dr. Agbons, thank you so much. You just reminded me of what happened a few months ago when the Southern leaders organized a meeting demanding for restructuring of Nigeria through the process of federalism. So in that meeting, I can't see any seriousness in them because Wike was there. Wike is such an outspoken person in the southern region of Nigeria. So many of the governors there, they were not too aggressive. Like, if really you are demanding for restructuring of Nigeria with the crisis in the country, the NSAS protests, how our youth were being killed and everything, the way they were addressing this issue, demanding for restructuring, they were not serious enough. I was criticizing them. I remember a few shows we did during that period that these people are not serious because they don't just want to utter any word that will contradict their relationship with the Northerners because they are high in some of positions that they have to at least maintain relationship with the Northerners in order for them to occupy their positions. And the election is coming up, like what you just said now. So that is the thing. They don't want to contradict their relationship with the Northerners, and this is a problem for us. That is why we are giving this room to the Northern leaders to dominate the country, because we don't want to offend them. You understand what is going on? Mr. Raka, what I just said, now I want you to elaborate on it. Hello, Mr. Raka. Hello. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself,
Okay.
Mr. Raka.
Okay.
So you know what I just said, that the certain leaders are not
I heard
serious.
everything. I heard everything. First of all, let me say I'm very sorry I left. You know, we're in Nigeria. We operate on recharge card and credit.
It's okay.
That is how we operate here. Okay. Now let me tell you something. When you have when they laugh me a bit. Hello. No, now on a more serious note, when you have political leaders representing a region who don't know their political worth, who don't know that, do you know that in a normal climb, as a southerner who feeds the entire country, I should be working so majestically, whereas the northerners will be coming to me to gain political relevance. But the reverse is the case in Nigeria, because Nigeria is operating. Hey, you are distracting me. What's wrong with you? Because Nigeria is operating an upside down political system. So we have politicians who are representing the South that don't know their political worth. Now the Northerners, on the other hand, they understand political power. They understand political power. And what makes their political power thick is because they have a way of networking themselves for one common goal. The Southerners, on the other hand, Mr. Wike is pursuing his own agenda. Mr. Rotimi Amechi is pursuing his own agenda. What's his name? Tinubu is pursuing his own agenda. Rochas is pursuing his own agenda. Nobody is looking at the agenda of the region. It's always about personal agenda. And once it clicks with my personal agenda, it's okay. I'm good to go. You understand me? But while I was off, I overheard something. You see, my brothers and sisters, we must stop looking at the Northerners as politically inept. Somebody said you went to search the profile of Idris, the deputy speaker. These are people who know exactly whatever they do it with a reason. They don't just do something because we keep looking at them. See, before we went to this wedding, I went to my wife. My wife said I should sew this gele for her. I went to do it for her. In the shop I went to sew the gele, it was an Hausa man that was there. The Hausa man said, and I quote, and every Southerner should listen to this. The Hausa man is saying that he wonders why every Southerner looks at them as foolish. Somebody's mic is up and it's distracting me. Seriously. The Southerner said that, oh my God.
They say, I think the noise is from your side.
Hello? Really?
Okay, no,
it's not from my side.
Not you, from your side. Go ahead, sir. Sorry, I muted her. Yeah, go ahead.
It's better now.
Yes.
It's better now. So I was in a shop where I was sewing my wife's gele, or this their women thing. And the tailor told me that he's wondering why every Southerner will always see them from the north as stupid, when in truth they are the ones seeing us as stupid. How can you be seeing them as stupid, yet they are the one that controls you? They come to your place and pick your wealth and goes on with it. You run to them to gain to gain appointment in political spaces, and yet you still see them as stupid. He said to them, man, they are wondering the type of stupidities that Southerners are. It is not yet included in the dictionary. And I agree with him totally. Because if the same oil were in the north, were to be in the north, I don't think the Southerners will be crawling, will be licking the bottom of the foot of an Hausa man to get something. But here we are, we have political exposure, we have academic exposure, we have wealth, we have everything, we have fertile land, we have everything that should make us think. Yet, to be relevant in Nigerian polity, our politicians will run to the north to certify their political relevance. Isn't that a unique form of political stupidity?
Yes,
when you saw that thief man speaking to the deputy speaker, the man was not even convinced in what he was presenting. He was not even convinced. There was no conviction in his presentation. There was no power. There was no fire. There was no. Give me. I am presenting a paper about the robots in diaspora are angry with what is happening in Nigeria, and therefore they have made a petition. And one idiot tells me that the robots in diasporas are not Nigerians. I'll tell him, sir, your honorable sir, with all due respect, sir, I am appalled and completely disappointed by this remark by you, sir. A man of your caliber occupying the hallowed chamber should not be taught on who becomes the citizenship or who becomes citizens of Nigeria, because the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria did not state that the citizenship of Nigeria terminates when somebody takes an airplane and crosses the boundaries of Nigeria. Citizenship does not end there. Once you are a citizen, you are a citizen irrespective of where you are placed in the world. But the man was there. Go and watch that video again. Go and watch that video. The world watch that video and place all the attention on the deputy speaker. Nobody actually placed his attention on this on the petitioner. So the problem, the blame is not on the deputy speaker. Quite frankly, I've stayed long here to know this. The real blame is on the presenter.
I understand that. You know that as human beings, we process certain things differently. So for him, that was the only way he can approach the situation. If you were there, you might maybe approach it in a different way. But for him,
the house would have been on fire. The house would have caught fire.
I have some comments here. I don't think Southerners see the Northerners as stupid. Not at all. So what do you think?
No. It's not as if the Southerners see Northerners as stupid. Southerners see Northerners as, when it comes to intellectual wisdom, most Southerners believe that they have an advantage of intellectual wisdom above the North. But that is very wrong, because I keep saying that education is not how to read and write English. Education is simply how to read and write.
Here? This is my constituency. I need to talk about.
Okay,
can I come in here?
I
don't think since this discussion I have not interjected since.
Go ahead.
When we talk of education, my grandmom used to say that academic knowledge is not the same as God-given knowledge. So it's not about having degrees and all that. So that's why I wrote on the chat here that there are two ways of education. I'm in education. I teach. I've been teaching for many years. And you see children that they may not be able to write exam and write theory, but give them things to do practically with their hands. They will do it very well. So I think the way we are in Nigeria, we've gone past this level of being looking at people as stupid or they are not intellectual. We've gone past this level. What we have now in Nigeria is, I think, Mr. Oranka, you said it in your introductory remarks earlier. It's just a few cabal, and Mr. Obakozua also talked about Bagudu, his own experience in Bida. So that is just the thing that you have in the north there. So, but we just hope that even they in the north now, they are feeling the pinch with this banditry and all the rest. So that's why I said nature has a way of balancing itself. And I just hope that, but I just, I'm rounding up, sir. But I just hope that in this balancing act, the country is not inflamed.
Okay, so
let me just quickly. Let me quickly. 2 minutes.
Anybody
you see,
can interject
Mr. Tony Ogbons.
Yeah,
you said the North are feeling. You said the North is feeling it. True, you are 100% correct. The North is feeling it, but I assure you that if they bring the same Buhari and Tony Ogbons for presidential election, the North, who you claim is feeling the heat, will vote Buhari again.
Yeah, that is the tribalism.
No, it's not tribalism.
No,
it's not tribalism.
It's not tribalism. It's not tribalism. No, let me.
It's not tribalism.
This two is my field. This area is my field. It is not. It has nothing to do with tribalism. It has everything to do. It has everything to do with a mental state. The North has so placed the poor people to believe that it is called oligarchy in intellectual sense.
Yes.
The North has so made it that the poor ones here believe that God has specially made them to remain poor. And their service is to make the rich ones continue to be rich. There is a balance here. We say by the poor and to say Allah Ibaka Kabamu. It's an Hausa saying that says God should give you so that you can give to me. Now, somebody who says that if I tell Miss Angela, for instance, that God should give Angela so that Angela can give to me, it's a mind defeat that Mr. Magnus can never be rich again, and that the only way I can get money is if Angela gets money. So I will always work to see that Angela gets money so that I can get.
Thank you, sir.
Can I just say something?
Hello, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Daniel.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. The issue is that Mr. Magnus have just said it all. You know, the mental state is where the problem is. And those they are so demoralized to make them believe that they are born poor are now coming to the South, are now seeing a different orientation, are now breaking up from that mentality. They are not breaking off from that mentality. I said it earlier. That is a time bomb for the North. It's just that if we are being patient, the reason why you cannot cajole those of us in the South, you understand? In a family, you look at the family setting. If one man is rich and keep inviting any of them to come to eat, you do it today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, you won't see anybody. But in the North, they will keep coming because they believe that that man is born rich, why they are to serve them. But this orientation is gradually changing.
You just got it correctly.
Yes. Yeah, that is what he said earlier. Oh, network problem.
Mr. Host, let me give you a topic. Let me give you a topic for your next show. Host, okay. Let me give you a topic for your next host.
Okay.
Your next show should be, your next topic should be a peep into 2023 presidential election. That's going to be a blockbuster. A peep through 2023 presidential election. If Nigeria is still together after 2023, Nigeria will never be break again. So a peep or a peek or something like to peep through what will 2023 be like? And what is the northern? What is the north? What political strategy?
What would be the
prospect? Have in place?
Yes, what would be the prospect of the Northerners politically in 2023? Something like that.
Everything you are seeing today, everything you are seeing today with what has happened in the Senate, with the statement he has made, this will have a grand plan for 2023. I'm telling you, you'll be so amazed on the political ingenuity of the North when 2023 come. We, not just English, you sabi.
I know that the leadership is going to the North for this 2023. I can predict that. You cannot dispute it, and you cannot take it away from the northern region. The leadership is still going.
Well, let me just say this. Let me say this. You know, the fact is, the when we are saying the North, like, who is really the people in the North, really, politically? There are people who simply believe that Nigeria belongs to them. Exactly. There is nothing you can do to change that mentality. Yeah. Whether it's mentality, whether it's culture or religion, or whatever anybody wants to call it, there is a certain mindset within certain people in the North who believe, number one, just like Daniel said, they just believe that they are poor and God made them poor. They just continue to be poor. Therefore, let me ask those who have so that I can continue to eat. Simple. And they die like that.
Correct.
And there are also people who just simply believe that God gave them this country and they will continue to be in the leadership of this country. Anything less than that, there will be war. That is what some people believe. Trust me. Yes. I have, just as you have
very met, true.
Just like what my brother Magnus said. He has met some. I have met very, very high level people from the North, and they told us how stupid we are. They told us how stupid the North, the Central, the Domas, or whoever. They don't believe anybody else than the stupidity of everyone else than them, and it's true. When you look at the way leaders in the South behave, it's so true. You can see it. Now, let me come to the diasporans. You know, diasporans, I don't want to use the word that we are really stupid. Truly. Money is power. If we can come together, this starts to give me a lot of ideas and a lot of things in my mind. If the diasporans can wake up and start thinking, if you know what is the minimum of 23 billion is, up to 90-something billion. Let's control it. Let's control that. If we can control it, somebody will call you from the government and say, what do we do? Because if we have a way to be able to say, for us to send this money to Nigeria, let's do ABC. ABC needs to happen before we can send all this money to Nigeria. I know it's difficult. I know it can be it's going to be difficult. I mean, you don't want your grandmother to be hungry in the village, but we can figure out something. Let's wake up from the language of, the deputy speaker is saying something. Trust me, he is speaking like a lot of other people, not just from the North. He is speaking like the same mentality a lot of people think. You left this country to go and find a greener pasture. Oh, that's fine. That's your problem. Go ahead now. Go and stay there. Whatever your family needs, think to them now. What's my problem? What's your own? Do you understand? That is what they think, whether we like it or not. So it's about time for the diasporans to start seeing that they need to actually be looking home. And start looking home more frequently and start thinking of the decision they can make that will affect the country while looking home. Find something back home that you can hold on to. That way, everybody will have a sense of belonging from the diaspora. Not someone just going to go and say, yeah, the chairman of diaspora and whatever. Yes, she's saying a lot that she needs to say, but what effect does it have with physical diasporans being on the ground to make decisions? Nothing, zero. So we need to start talking, making those statements.
Well, regard to the diasporan, we said earlier, I have said it before that the China of which to present some certain issues should be taken care of by those our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. It is not just enough writing a petition to a house which is very corrupt, which is very corrupt and divided, who wants their own personal greed and favor. It was completely wrong. they have host country. Even someone was saying about the commission headed by Dabiri. I would not even suggest that, because that will be also political. It's serving an interest, serving the president. Serving the president, so it will not be what the diaspora know. What the diaspora actually need, to do is working with their host nations where they live to get
Hello.
Somebody's
hello.
Yes.
No, it's Magnus. It's Magnus. Ordinarily, what I'm about to say, I ordinarily would have said it off camera, but let me be bold enough to say this thing live.
Yeah, say it live.
Yeah, I've been making a lot of videos about the North. To a lot of people, I don't think it is arguable how much I know about the Northern political system. But then again, I ask, how much has the people in diaspora said, okay, this man, Magnus Oraka, we have identified him to be somebody who knows about the people over there. How do we make this man, it's not about sending him $100, $200 for personal upkeep. How do we use his wealth of understanding of the North to strengthen our political chess pieces, so that whenever there's this political chess game, we know the right piece or pieces to move? Because I'm just here every day talking and talking and talking. I'm yet to meet one politician in the South or one stakeholder in the South. It's okay. If you know, like I suggested that, I said, okay, the first thing I think we need to do is to form a Southern Governors Political Forum or Southern Governors Alliance Forum. Not Southeast, Southeast, South, Southwest. Because the North is thriving on the fact that when the Southeast they think and constrain themselves with that Southeast. That means the 5 Igbo states.
Yes.
When the South think, they think but constrain themselves with that South states. And the same thing with the Yorubas.
Yes.
When will somebody think and break outside this artificial confinement of South, Southeast, Southwest? So we now have something like the other day, the South governors invited the Northerners to come. The Northerners refused because it hasn't. There's no political.
Yes.
There's no political
impact.
Yeah.
Impact to
them. There was no political might to the invitation.
Exactly.
But if it was a combined forum of South, Southeast, and Southwest, do you know why they've not picked Sunday Igboho, who is in Nigeria and threatening fire and brimstone for the caliphate? They've not arrested him because the North understand that the only ally they have is the political bloc of the Southwest. Yes. They tried it when they assassinated Abiola, but it backfired. And they tried very hard to win back the friendship of the Southwest by giving Obasanjo presidency. Now they are losing it. At this time of all time is the time I felt the South, and Southeast should form a political bloc with the Southwest and cripple the influence of the Northern cabal on Nigeria. But it's like we are so comfortable with this artificial political geographical division that the North has imposed on us.
Exactly.
It is very artificial. South, Southeast, Southwest. Very artificial. As far as I'm concerned, we are all Southerners.
And there's no unity among the political leaders in the Southern region at all. There's no unity.
It is this artificial political divide that is sustaining this disunity. Okay, if we can find a way to break out, and such way to break out is to establish a Southern Governors Alliance Forum, SAGF, a Southern Governors Alliance Forum, something that cuts outside this artificial political
Division.
delineation that the North has imposed on us. So that for once, if the Southeast governor says something, it will have a representation that it is supported by the entire region. The North will start to become scared. When that thief man brought that issue of thief people in a diaspora, the deputy speaker has already hello, somebody's hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I muted up.
When that thief speaker brought a petition in the House of Reps, the deputy speaker has already thought about the political effect in the next 10 years. Because if that petition is given a hearing, that means the Nigerians in diaspora will suddenly start realizing their political strength.
Yes.
And they will take advantage. So it was better to quash this first one so that there wouldn't be a second one. That was the whole idea. It wasn't as if the guy is an illiterate or the guy doesn't know what he knows exactly what he was doing. We should stop saying these people as illiterate. They are not. The fact that they can't stream, the fact that they can't stream one in big English like us, the political abyss has an abysmal krinkum krakum that just opposes. You are an entertainer. You are an entertainer. You are just entertaining them.
And you see, and that is why you see the North, they are doing their best to cripple the opposition they are getting from Benue State. Because if Benue pulls out from the entire North, it's become a problem because the Middle Belt will be leaving the activities of the northern region. You can see how they cripple it. I just want to agree with our brother and senior brother here, Magnus Okrika. That is the effect. That is the Oraka. That is the effect of the North and their mental ticking. You know, apart from the northern region, we see Benue. You can see Benue. Even Jos wanted to go in the same line, they had to cripple that effect. So that is where it is completely different from the South, where we talk of regionalizing ourselves, South, Southeast, Southwest. Now the Southern West are more closer to the Northern political affiliation, and they can sit down together to liaise the betterment of this country. But I still see that one day it is going to be a big problem with the Northerns. Now that the exposure, would they stop those not the Northern brothers from coming to South to end and see, you know, the enlightenment alone? Yes.
Hold on. Let me also drop one. Do you know these people that are trying different narratives? Very recently, they said they were blocking food. They were blocking food from the north to the south.
Yes.
Do you know how can a people who live in the desert that wait for farming season when rain comes for the farm, and the same people who wait for farming season are saying that they are blocking food for people who have all year round farming season? In my Scrabble club, I told the northerner who said that now we they supply food. I said, for real, Ben, you said this as okay. Name one northern food. For each northern food you name, I will name one southern food. Whoever stops naming food, the person wins. He said rice. I said we also produce rice in Edo State, so it's 1-1. He said millet. I said cocoyam. He said this, I said plantain. He said this, I said palm oil. And palm oil produce alone is a different thing. There's palm oil, there's palm kernel, there's pomade. There are many palm oil produce about 20 something, even pharmaceuticals. come from palm oil, palm produce. So that one is alone. What of timber? Timber comes from the south. What of glass? What of pineapple that comes from Edo State? What of fish? Fish. Before I grew up, I never knew what was cow meat. I had fish. I was only eating fish until civilization brought issue of cow. So how can people who eat less nutritional food be blocking food to those who eat highly nutritional food? Do you know why we're intelligent? Because the food we eat is more nutritious. Egusi, ogbono. So we must try as much as possible to changing all these narratives.
Okay. Okay, let me come in
information
before we stop this video.
No. Yeah, I have one thing, Sister Angela. Before you go ahead, Mr. Daniel made a very, very important with regards to those of us in diaspora.
Sorry, guys. I must apologize. I've been on the phone with work, so you go ahead. Let
me explain to you what he said. Mr. Daniel made a very, very important point that those of us in diaspora should follow this suit. So he said Nigerians in diaspora can collaborate or work with the governments of their host countries. If there is anything unusual going on in Nigeria, they can complain. That will also exacerbate a kind of sanctions, like what happened in UK the other day when the parliament imposed sanctions on Nigerian government. So if we complain to our host countries, we complain to the government, they can help us to send message to the government of Nigeria. You understand? So that is what he proposed. What do you think about that? If that would be a good step?
I want to applaud that. I want to applaud that. But we've been doing that. How did you think that Hillary Clinton sent a message to Buhari last time? How did you think Joe Biden sent a message to Buhari last time? So there are some of us that are working in the background, because in America, it's not like in Nigeria where you see a senator, you flip over, bend down your head and throw them a red carpet. No, over here you are allowed to call your senator. Senator Elizabeth Warren, that's my senator. Kudos to her. There's never a time.
She's so good.
Yeah, there's never a time. I'm pretty sure she knows me by name by now. There's never a time you call that office, somebody don't get back to you. There's never a time she doesn't take no action. There's never a time you call Hillary Clinton's office and she will not follow up with what you have complained about. So we have individuals do it. I do my complaint as individuals most of the time, but I also have organization differently with different names that does all that. Like when Shawara was arrested, you guys saw the wife with as Senator Rodriguez and all that. Those things needs to be coordinated. Like when, with due respect to our brother, Dr. Agbons, when he mentioned about Idris, what's her name again? What's that diaspora woman's name?
Adabiri.
I see her, without due respect, I see her that she doesn't say the truth most of the time. She sugarcoats things.
Because she's working under the federal government.
So she shouldn't be the one that we will be sending to Idris to say sorry to the diaspora. No, the diaspora should have their body and all their officials, so that when we speak, well, how do you think Gambians, came about voting online? It's a woman that did that for Gambians. And somebody called me one time, a Gambian called me that she wanted to introduce me to that woman. I've never had time to talk to her, but hopefully I'll talk to her and see their strategies. But what I'm saying is an assigned official from Nigeria shouldn't be who speaks for diaspora. My brother there is right. Exactly. An assigned Buhari assigned person shouldn't speak for me, because she's she's getting money, obviously. Her hands is being wet. So she's gonna sugarcoat things. And my assessment, and that's my personal assessment, and nobody can question it. My assessment to that lady is she sugarcoats things. Oh, we just bought ticket now. They're all going boom. All of a sudden, you look. Oh, the same people that she just bought ticket for, they're sleeping on the floor in Dubai. Like who? No, she can't be our spokesperson.
She's not saying the truth. She's not saying the truth about the reality.
She doesn't say the truth. Yes. That's us. We don't say the truth anyway. Let's call a spade a spade. Nigerians. We see black, we call it white. We see lies, we want to sweep it under the rug. That's what is wrong with the country. We lie a lot. We're very emotional. We attach ourselves to. We adore people. We should stop. And I'm not saying not to. You respect and respect people and be kind to people. Always love people. Don't adore them. Like Magnus said just now. I grew up in the north. I know exactly what he's saying. Alabama side. Or they will say, God give you to give me. So that person with that mentality, how are you going to, it's going to take a lot of work, even decades, to be able to twist that person's head, because that's them. They're humble. They're humble to a fault. They are humble to a fault. Let's go on the beef. I'm just going to touch and round up. On the beef, it was saying, we're all laughing. We could laugh all we want. Red meat, you know what red meat causes. Red meat causes cancer to us. So if you're really eating chicken and turkey and fish and vegetables, you don't need no damn red meat. And I'm not saying that to spoil their business. They come here and they brag with their cows. Who the hell wants cows? I don't remember when I ate beef last. It's not the best thing to eat. So like he said, Idris, like my brother Paul said, Idris is not a nice person, but he's an eye opener. You know what I mean? He's not, because from the heart the mouth speaketh. He doesn't have us at heart. So he's not a nice person. But we are thanking him. No, but we are thanking him for opening our eyes. That's why when people say, Trump is a racist. Hello, Trump is speaking for so many people. You guys don't understand. I'm not Trump fan. I'm a Democrat, 100%. But things that Trump shoots in the air is eye opener. He is speaking for so many people. So many people. Exactly. So that's the part of Trump that I like, because he's speaking for so many people, and he has opened our eyes so much. This interest right here has opened up a kind of worm to the diaspora. So my brother might say he's nice, and somebody says, what do you mean he's nice? That's not what my brother Paul meant, that he's a nice person. No, he's not. He's nice enough to open our eyes so we can wake up fast and do something fast. If you have to go get something in Nigeria,
let me correct that. What I meant by the guy is nice is that the things he's saying is crazy. But that is just a tip of the iceberg compared to what a lot of other people are saying. He's just being nice by what he's saying. So if he can be
honest, it's being honest.
Then imagine what other people are saying. So it is about time for us. Forget about this diaspora woman. I don't even know her name. I don't know.
She would never be the right person to help
Nigerian government should not be giving diasporan commission to diasporans.
Yeah, exactly.
Very simple. You cannot. It's just like you have the National Youth Council. The youth stopped coming out for protest when the Youth Council was created. Right there, they killed all the protests that the youth were supposed to be doing. So they put presidents of National Youth Council. Then you now come and do election for the Youth Council, and they control those people just based on that. So at the end of the day, it was just so impossible to get the youth to do anything anymore. So the same thing with this diasporan commission. The diasporans are going to complain, and you're going to send the same person you elected or you appointed to be there to come and talk to diasporans.
Is your phone ringing?
It makes absolutely no sense.
Yes.
So that is where I want to, first of all. And secondly, I understand where my brother Daniel was going with this. Trust me, everybody, I don't know of any country, even in Canada, as you know, Nekman, we have spoken to government in Ottawa many times. There is nothing government of Canada, government of US is going to go and tell the Nigerian government that Nigerians and diasporas have problems, they need to solve this, that, and Nigerian government will listen to them within 5 days or within 5 months or within 5 years. Forget it. Nothing is going to happen for 10 years. You won't even if they are simply going to say, oh yeah, we heard about
it. You know what,
announcement.
Mr. Daniel was saying that it can also lead to sanctions. You know what happened?
Sanction, you know.
There are so many things governments. There are so many things Canadian government, US government does that create sanctions for Nigeria. It's not just about diasporans. But I know where he's going. But at the end of the day, they are not going to listen. So the best way is for us to make noise and create our own. We need to have, I don't know, somebody.
That will also be a part of the noise that we are talking about.
So we need
part of the noise.
I agree with you, but I'm saying it's not really going to work if we concentrate only on that. You know?
Yes.
So we need to make noise ourselves. We need to come out ourselves and tell them, hey, look, you know,
Mr. Paul.
Yes.
Just like the embarrassment from the House of Rep that happened on whoever has signed that petition, calling himself the chairman of Diaspora or something like that, and now the Senate looked at the House of Rep member and saying that in their own personal opinion, because it's not a resolution of the House, in a corrupt administration, do you think whatever he or she may have written will have its way in the Nigerian system?
No, first of all, is no.
Yes.
First of all, that thing I wrote is complete garbage. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, it was written by a very small group of Nigerians who are thieves. People, you know, they want to show their own. And don't get it wrong. For that petition to get to the House of Rep was not easy.
Yes.
I can tell you. It was not easy, and money has exchanged hands. It was not easy. There is no way you can just write a petition and let it get to House of Rep that easily and that simply. So I will give them kudos for being able to get that letter or that petition to the House of Rep, to the floor, and to even be spoken about anyway, because it's not so easy. We have been trying to do that. They will ask you for millions and millions and millions. Even when you bring that millions and give to someone, you still wouldn't get there. So I applaud them, but it's not the right thing to do. That does not represent Nigerians in diaspora. It's just a handful of people who are thieves and needed to make their voice heard, and they were able to do that, and I applaud them.
So again, if I can come in on that,
go ahead.
Just because we report all these guys to American leaders, don't mean things will be done like a magic will be done. Because if you see some letters or some things that were published, is President Buhari still is the commander-in-chief, and he still have to be the one to say, I need help for people to come in. An American Joe Biden can't just go there and do whatever he wants. So the person on the other end has to say, like Boko Haram and everything, the way they're killing everybody now. Buhari has to say, I need help for Biden to send his troops over there, except they really seen Buhari kill his people and everybody's in danger. That's when the United Nations and everybody will take a stand. But what I'm saying is, the more we push, the better it will become. If I tell you that there are a few things that have happened in Nigeria that wouldn't have happened if like you know, I get just surprised. Let's say I'll just say surprise. I get surprised when I see people say, "Oh, all they do is talk on the media." You know what this media has changed in Nigeria?
Yeah.
This tension, this pressure has changed so many things that they are so afraid. They're so afraid to make one mistake not to be on the media, whether you like it or not. Those guys are afraid more than you think.
Yes, you are very right.
They are afraid of scandal, and they know we big mouths are there to have the work done. So if you can't just sit in your living room and think, hey, okay, now those ones know our past, let them talk. No, it's all our business, because we have a home. You know, because you are in America all comfortable, I could care less. But I don't want to care. I don't want to be careless, because that's my foundation. You're not taking that away from me, because nobody gives you that right. Like my brother said last time, if they think I'm going to be scared and walk away from my business, they got the wrong person. You all got the wrong person. I am the wrong person for you to think I won't think of my Joe state because I've been in America for 3 decades. Who cares? Before the corona, I was coming to Nigeria 2 times a year. You want to arrest me? Go ahead. You know, but all I'm saying is we all should think about home. We all should have something to hold on to at home. And we all in diaspora, this is a wake-up call. We all can get together as one body and have a voice. Idris or Dibris or, you know, whatever that woman's name is, cannot speak for us. She's been appointed by these same people. She likes to sugarcoat things. And my instincts never go wrong. When I look at you, it's a wisdom. I look at you, I see who you are right there. She sugarcoat things. She sugarcoat things for Nigerian government to look good. Or for Buhari to look good, or for everybody to look good.
Because she's working for them.
We want somebody, huh?
I said she's working for the federal government.
Yes,
what do you expect?
but we want somebody who says the truth so we can fix the problem. There's a problem, we solve it. But you can't say, oh, there's a problem here, there's no problem, no what, that's all done, that's all fixed. That's when we go into the dungeon.
Yes.
But you know what? Well, politically, I'm not a politician, but you know, the little I've learned from politics, the little I've learned from politics.
Mr. Daniel is a politician. He's here.
Yes, I'm not a politician, so the little I've learned from politics, you know, when a politician is listening to you and I, they will just be laughing at you. In Nigeria.
Yeah.
As you're talking now, they're laughing because they think you are the most stupid person. You just keep talking. You are just so stupid. Leave her. Keep talking. She can't talk. That's what it is. Because it will end up.
No. Mr. Paul, I will not agree on you on that. You know, when a politician looks at you, that you are talking, listen, and they see there's a weight in what you are saying, and it will be a damaging effect to them. They will try all means possible to thwart it. And that was why I queried that petition written to the House of Rep by whosoever group coming from the diaspora. And I was suggesting, rather than do that, you better liaise with your host country, who would be in a better way to, when you are on a trade dealings with a country, there's a way you regulate their activities when you see that the complaints from their citizens in their country is becoming, and they listen.
Yeah, but
everything that happened, everything the American government, apart from what you are going to tell them, they have intelligence report, even in Nigeria. You understand? So that would be a better chance. When you talk and they see there's a weight in it, they don't first say that you are talking nonsense. They look at it and plan strategy on how to thwart it. Like what happened in the House of Rep. It was his personal opinion just to dissuade that thing from even the international organization. So there would have been a better channel of which those groups.
It is not just his personal opinion, my brother. It's not just his personal opinion.
Yes, we know. In a system that is corrupt, you want to make a change by that letter, it will not.
No.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many petitions? Do you know how many petitions comes that goes under the carpet?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The man spoke the mind of so many people, and there's nothing you and I can do about it. He's speaking the mind of a lot of people who do not want you in diaspora to say one word.
Yes.
It's just that simple. And they know that when people in diaspora say things, the international community will listen. So for that reason, anything you bring is as garbage. You are just talking nonsense.
No, it's not garbage. They look for a way.
No, they listen. They listen to us.
They listen.
So let's form a global diaspora group. Diaspora group.
Yes.
Where
like a pressure group in the diaspora.
Every single country will be a part of it. Every single diaspora country will be a part of it. And when they are part of it, we form a block. When you form a block, you have money, and that money is power without block. Block without money is garbage. Money without the block is garbage. That is that's how politics work. That is the only time, like my brother is saying, they can find you and they can look for you. That's the only time. Anything outside that, forget it.
Money works, bullshit talks.
So we need to form a single global diaspora block, where it has nothing to do with president or senator or governor appointing anybody to it at all whatsoever.
Exactly.
So when it's time for election, we will tell them that we have $100 billion to put a president in place. We will put it in place. There is nothing anybody, whether north, south, east, northwest, any southwest, can do about it. We will simply bring one person.
My brother is right. That's how Gambia did it. That's how Gambia did it. I didn't get to talk to the woman, but that's how they did it. Mr. Paul is so right. So moving forward today, we need to start our diaspora group with money. Let's say, for example,
unfortunately, let me tell you something.
Yes,
we are as Nigerians and Nigerians abroad, we have our own peculiar problem.
Exactly.
Our own peculiar problem. You will never see Nigerian group, even in Toronto there. In Toronto alone, New York, you will see Benin group. Just Benin group alone, they are more than 5. They are more than 10. Do you understand? They never they never agree on anything.
No,
whenever they want to try to agree, someone else will come and mess the whole group up, and they will now break away and form another one. They will never. So we've had that problem, but there are few of us who believe that it is not about money, it's not about power, it's not about you saying, do you know who I am? What kind of all those nonsense things? We need, if we can put those things aside, we will figure it out. If we can be ourselves, let Nigeria see that we mean business and we mean it very well. That is all. We find one person who knows what they need, what they are doing, is not hungry for money or is not outrageous and all those things. Let that person be in place. We can now bring somebody out and say, look, we don't care whether you have money or not. We have money. We want you to be president of Nigeria.
Obviously,
you understand? Then let's bring them out and let them enter the best party, whether it's PDP, APC, whoever. Enter the best party of that place and call the party and say, we want to put somebody in place. Where can we come from primaries? We will go for primary, run. In Nigeria, you have to bribe your way in, whether you like it or not. That's the reality of parties in Nigeria. If somebody is giving out $10,000, $20,000 for vote, we will give her $50,000. Let somebody that person and vote. You cannot hide it. Corruption is impossible. Let's do corruption. Let's enter the thing ourselves, enter that same corruption, and win and get in. Once you win, we will announce it that yes, we enter this place because we pay, but now we want to clean the place up. That's the way to. There is no other way in Nigeria.
You are very right.
There is no other way.
Mr. Paul, you are very right. Given what happened in Edo State this past election, how those of us in diaspora were able to impact the election. If all Nigerians in diaspora can come together, just like what you just said now, I think we can impact the politics of the country.
It's so very easy. Right. Diasporans, you have no idea.
We are very powerful.
Diasporans.
Yes.
You have no idea the power of diasporans, and I know my brother Daniel, I think he's a politician. I don't know. I'm suspecting him. But you know, these are the type of people that can help us.
Yes.
They can help us. You understand? This kind of, he's quiet like this. Don't listen to this guy. He understands it not. Okay? You know, that brother say he understand not. I understand, but you know, this is a quiet one. That one is a nagra understanding. This one is a quiet understanding. Two of them understanding. So there are we'll bring those who understand East, bring those who understand West. Yes. We will fund them, let them go and contest. So long as if they do anyhow, we will do them anyhow.
In all fairness to my brother Paul, we can get this done. No matter where you are, there are always people that think they're better than you because of their last name, because of their tribe. When I hear people speak, Igbo, Yoruba, this and that, you are not better than anybody. Let me blow your bubble. We're all level. We're all level in one way or the other. If you look at it, the same way we can get sick, it's the same way we die. It's the same way. You know, I can start counting all that. But what I'm saying is, stop thinking you are better than anybody. You are not better because of your social status. Don't make you better than anybody. Because I have 20 naira in the account and you have 1 million. Don't make you better than me. So what I'm saying in the essence is when my brother Paul ever said that somebody was sitting in the meeting and said, my children can't go to the school, their children, that mentality of Nigeria, if we don't remove that mentality in Nigeria, we are not going anywhere. And some people still carry that mentality to abroad. You see some people, they'll tell you that they've been in America for 10 years. And you see, look at them and say, are you sure you didn't just come with all that behavior and mentality? That's why some of Nigerian men cannot keep a job. Because they go in there, they see a woman is the director. Why must she talk to me like that? Well, I will talk to you like that because this is a different era. Till we start thinking that everybody is a human being. And what hurts me hurts you. It don't matter what my social status is or what my last name is.
Let me tell you this one.
Your father could be Dangote. That don't mean you're better than me. So if we in diaspora, if we remove that, you will see that we will get along in the groups we are. If you look at the people that causes chaotic behavior in a group, it's always the people that they are complex, or they have low self-esteem, or they are thinking that they are better than everybody in the group, or they are low self-esteem and they're complex because you are spoke well, or you speak Benin very well, and she doesn't speak as much as you. That have inferiority complex on effect on someone, and she has to come in there and bring chaotic attitude in that group. So all these things we have to work on just to make everybody feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, it's okay to go. But if we can come together in diaspora, that's what Gambia did. We Nigerians, we think everybody is a master. Nobody ever wants to be yes. Because Gambians, when you see them, they are humble people, but they got it done. Everybody in diaspora.
Firstly,
we did it in Edo State the other day.
But we can do it. I'm not saying we can't do it.
I'm not saying we can do it, but Nigeria, I told you before, we are very peculiar people, whether you like it or not.
Yes,
we are not Gambians. We are not Gambians. By the way, we are not Gambians.
That's what I said.
I travel, I go to a lot of African countries. Every time I'm in a place like Kenya or any of these places, the first thing they tell you is, say, "Oh, Nigeria." Okay, I understand you guys. Yeah. They see we are aggressive.
We are very aggressive.
We are known as aggressive people. I didn't know that. They were just telling me this. They say, "Oh, you are just aggressive. You people can be very aggressive.
We are tough, not just aggressive. We are tough.
We are very peculiar. We are very peculiar people. We may not be able to do it the way Gambians did, but Nigeria has 220 languages.
I know.
And 750 dialects.
We can do it.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know of any country that has that many. I believe if you Google it, I believe you will see that Nigeria have the most languages and the most tribes, ethnic groups in the world. So,
but we can still do it.
Different food, different thinking, different everything.
It's what is impacting our unity.
Yes, so we like minds. We like minds. We can do it. We like minds.
We need to find a way. We need to look for a way, something that will bring our unity together. That's what we need to look at. We need to see. We need to see why our differences is good. Our multiculturalism is good. We need to create something fun out of our multiculturalism.
We have to create a kind of a tribal blindness.
Yes, just like in Canada, where you have Caribana or so, whatever we need to create multiculturalism out of our diversity in Nigeria, and let the world know that we are diverse.
I'm creating that.
Let the world know that we are diverse. We are different. We have different ethnic groups, but we love it, and we are it's beautiful. We have beautiful cultures. Let's start promoting those things. That's what the country needs to do. But what my sister Nekman said earlier that really stuck in my mind is that it is the president, it is the head of the leadership that makes a difference. When a leader comes out and says something out of his mouth, it carries weight. It carries weight. When a leader say, "Look, I know this, I heard about this Nekbe, I heard about this Angela, I heard about this Paul in so place. Please, you guys call them for me. Can you do this and this and that? Go and get it done." It's not money. It's not money.
Yes.
You will be amazed. No. You will be amazed. That opportunity alone. If there was a proposition I made not too long ago. Just tell me that go to Canada and do ABC. I don't need your money. The people in Canada will pay me. It will be done. Like even all these things we're saying about diasporans and whatever, you don't need government's money to do it.
No.
We will do it ourselves.
Yes.
We will do it ourselves. There are millions of Nigerians out there who just want to go home and see things happen. The opportunity alone for them to be able to go home and say, okay, we are bringing some few kids from the US or from Canada to come and join these guys to play basketball for the national team. Exactly. You as a mother, you will encourage your child. The other father will encourage their child and say, look, let's try this. And you actually try it, succeed, and they come back home and they have stories to tell in school. You will be amazed how things can change overnight. Why? Because the president came out and said so. Yes. And it implemented it and it worked. Before you know it, everything else is working.
Yes.
So it takes
leadership.
It takes leadership to be able to say something. Yes. Not this what we have now, where it is so tribalistic, it is so blindsided that we hardly know what anybody else is doing. No. When Good Luck was there, you will see all the Niger Delta in the villa, in the Aso Rock, roaming around, behaving anyhow. When Yaradua was there, you will see all these ladies from his village sitting along the hallway of ministries, federal ministries, panhandling. Of course, when Buhari is now here, because he's from he's a Fulani guy. He's from that port. All the cow herders now showed up. So there are problems associated with tribes. I'm trying to say this. I think, you know, Mr. Daniel is trying to say, no, it's not. And I'm trying to say that you will notice that whenever, imagine a Benin man become president, all the Olokun and Shango worshippers will food the Aso Rock. I can tell you for free.
Yeah.
So you is the mentality of our culture, our heritage that is playing that my brother is there. Let me just go on. Maybe he didn't send them. But when they now get there, do you think he's going to go and kill them? No. He's not going to say, oh, go and kill all the headers that are doing this and doing that. Because he will not even go back to his own village.
But we're also killing other people. So that's not right.
So
the killing
was orchestrated. It went out of hand because it was orchestrated somehow, some way before he got there or after he got there, whatever the case is. So I think, you know, either he's trying to be diplomatic on how he maintained peace or whatever. But we as diasporans, which is the topic of what we are talking about now, we need to figure out what we need to be doing in order to strengthen our from the diaspora.
I think
let me conclude. You can't be diplomatic when people are being killed. There's no diplomacy that won that. Like you said, presidency and a leader is everything. When as a leader, that's why I tell people when you're on the social media, watch what you say in your mouth, because not everybody has their own mind. There are some people that will just listen to something, go and kill somebody, they'll fly with that. There are some of us that have our own mind. You're talking, and I'm not going to listen to you. I'll take the other side. But not everybody's like that. So when you're a president or when you're a leader, in any way you are leading, you must watch what you say. Think before you say, because how you perceive the environment, how you want your environment to be, that's how it's going to be. If you're a splitter, you will split the whole country. If you're a tribalist, you will split the whole country, and it will look as if it's one-sided, like it's looking right now. So if you are ready to take the bull by the horn and you are ready to lead people, you must lead everybody. You can't be biased. You have to play neutral. As a leader, you have to be very, very neutral. If any problem that comes, you take it, you solve it. You can't say there's a problem in part of one side. Oh, that's you people's business. Let everybody kill you. Then there's a problem on the other side. You're holding it, we're golden. No, we don't lead like that. We have to lead by being neutral and say the truth. That's how we lead. That's why I said these people don't know how to lead. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that we should adopt a kind of a tribal blindness in order to unite. Otherwise, if we continue to be conscious of our tribal groups, I don't think we will ever unite in Nigeria to fight one common cause. So we have to be tribal blind in whatever we are doing, because Nigeria is packed, according to what Paul just said, packed with so many tribal groups. So many tribal groups. I don't think that there's any country in the world that has many tribal groups like Nigeria. No. So in order for us to succeed and unite, we have to be tribal blind in our activities. It's very important. It's going to be a kind of a slogan. I'm going to repost it today again and write it out, that in order for us
I think one easy solution that I see, I'm in Nigeria a lot. I am in Nigeria a lot, so I see things every day.
Yeah,
and a lot of them don't make sense to me. Some make sense. Some are good, some are bad. Even some of the bad things also does make sense, because the other side just isn't. But so I think the best solution, we just have to find a forum where the nation can declare the state of forgiveness. Call it state of emergency, if you will, but state of forgiveness. Let's just say, the Ishan has done bad things to the Yoruba. The Bini people have done bad things to Afema. Afema has done bad things to the Igbo. Igbo has done bad things to the North. North has done bad things to the South. Yoruba, Fulani did bad things to Hausa or Yoruba, whatever. Yes, let's all come out and agree we have done bad things to each other. It's time for forgiveness.
Yes.
That simple act is what helped Rwanda. The president came out and declared forgiveness. Everybody, people just start going to people's houses and start forgiving each other.
Yes, yes, I testify to
Before
that.
you knew it,
Yes.
before
Unity.
you knew it, it started forming unity. This one started giving the daughter to this one to marry. The other one started giving the other one to. Are you aware that even Igbo, somebody in Enugu will not give his daughter to marry to an Imo, somebody in Igbo?
I talked about tribalism last time. Yeah.
So within the same tribe.
Yeah. My best friend lives 30 minutes from me. She's Rwandan. Peaceful as hell. He said what Kingami did was when we killed each other, who came to our rescue? None. So now it's time to love one another. The Burundis, everybody that never spoke. In the morning, he will make everybody, it's morning time. Everybody will go, good morning, I love you. That's how Rwanda is rolling. You got a point, my brother.
And but mostly in Nigeria, we should not deny the fact that we are holding the IPO, the Biafrans apology in Nigeria for what happened during the. We are holding them an apology. Nigerian government should organize
Buhari should apologize to the Igbos. These people have been finished.
Yes,
any little thing they do, they are like the outcast. Again, if we were smart and we were sensible, and if Buhari is smart and sensible, he should know that the Igbo tribe, I'm not saying anybody is inferior to anybody, but the Igbo tribe, everybody is different and everybody is good in different ways. The Igbo tribe of Nigeria are the China of Nigeria. If we hold these people and let them be, you will see how much. Have you seen things that is being created in Aba?
Yes.
Like, what are they done so much that we are so annoyed of them?
They are the economic pillar of Nigeria.
They are the Angela. And even though I agree, I may agree with what you're saying. Yes, they are the China of Africa. They are the China of Nigeria, and they produce a lot and all that. But there are history to what happened between the Igbos and the North. The history is and we cannot start dwelling on if you are asking one tribe or one section to apologize or forgive them, you are going to create a lot of huge problems that will never exist, because you will never get the North to go and apologize to Igbos, or Igbos to want to apologize to the North.
But if we don't apologize for the dark history of Nigeria, we'll move forward. Look at Canada here, for instance. The government always apologize to the Aboriginal people of Canada because of the dark history of
it's not going to happen, because I know and I've read, I have listened to a number of people in the North. I have listened to a number of people in the Southeast, the Igbos and the Hausas and the North, a lot. And I have read the history and the things that happened, how it happened, with the president at that time, Aguiyi Ronsin, and all these other people. I have seen, I know the history. But
depends on how the apology is being
framed. We should forgive and apologize.
I think we cannot say, Buhari or the North should go and apologize to the Igbos. No, I don't agree with that. I think there should be.
So who's going to apologize to one another?
Mr. Paul,
apologize.
Yes.
Mr. Paul, one thing you should understand.
The way they were killed.
No, Mr. Paul, one thing you should understand, it depends on how this apology strategy is being implemented, structured. I guarantee you, they will apologize to the Igbos for what happened, because when you go back to the history of what exacerbated the war, the majors, those Igbo people in the majors at that time, they were not planning to get rid of the Northerners alone, the Northern politicians alone. They targeted many other tribal groups in Nigeria. So it's just them thinking that the Igbos in the military at that time targeted the Northerners. So you cannot blame them. You cannot accuse them of carrying out a kind of a tribal coup at that time. It was not a tribal coup. It was not.
I do understand. So, there were mistakes. There was even a time when they wanted to make sure the right people that would be in government are the educated people. Unfortunately, the ones in the north were not educated. So the fear was, if we allow them to put only educated people in government, we are going to be wiped out. So those things started those. And so I understand some of those. What has happened has happened. What has happened has happened.
Let's apologize. All these
crying every day, and all these things.
I'm telling you, they are angry. They are angry.
Yes,
people
that's right. But you cannot be angry forever. You cannot be angry forever. It's just like the blacks in the States.
We just apologize. Yes, we need to apologize.
There was slavery, but yeah, get over it. Let's move on. Let's start from somewhere. That kind of thing. So let there be an apology on both sides and let it be strategic. Just like Goodluck set up the National Confab, for example. That National Confab was one of the best that has ever happened in Nigeria. But it was not implemented. I remember when I got to Goodluck's house, I sat with Madam. I went to Goodluck's office. I sat with him, and he said, Paul, they say you are angry with me. I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Do you want me to sign this? I said, yes, I'll sign the book for me. So he gave me a book and signed it and gave it to me. He said, okay, tell me why you're angry. I said, that National Confab, you should have signed it. You should have signed it. You don't understand what happened. I say, well, me, I've forgiven you, but you should have signed that National Confab. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is not about this one has done this or this one has done that. Let's create a national conference that will bring every tribe, everybody, north, south, east, west, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. Let's apologize to each other.
No. When it comes to apology in Nigeria, I don't think anybody is owing anybody apology, apart from the Igbo people right now who are agitating for secession because of the political exclusion that they are experiencing in the country. And going back to the war, the younger generation of the Igbo people, they are
my sister, I know these things. I know these things.
No, we are just saying it because it's part of this agitation going on in Nigeria.
People are not the only tribe in Nigeria now. Yoruba is not the only tribe in Nigeria. Hausa is not the only tribe in Nigeria. If these three people are fighting, in my own opinion, if you cannot let Nigeria rest, three of you go and find another country. Igbo people should calm down. They should calm down. They should know that, yes, a lot has happened to them. Yes. What about Benin people that the British slaughtered over 1 million? Did you complain?
You know what? As an Benin woman, I've been studying the Benin history. I'm always emotional when I'm doing analysis about the British and Benin War, how they came to shatter the kingdom at that time, destroy our monarch and everything.
We did not complain now. We are moving on.
No, we are not moving on. We are still carrying on. We are still carrying on the scars, the scars.
The British government has identified with it long ago, and they are saying, okay, because of that, return all those artifacts that were stolen, blah, 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 blah.
Have they done that?
Have done that in a way. But the scars is still, yes, they have done. They've asked. They came to.
I know, but did they return it already?
They are doing it. It takes time.
They are not planning.
They have identified with it. They have identified with it, and they have decided they were going to build a museum in Benin.
No, not museum, not like that, Mr.
Or is it museum or something? And you probably know a little better than I do.
I know about that. No, they are not planning to return our artifacts at all. They are even adding more problems to what the existing ones, because they are planning to loan us our artifacts that were stolen by British soldiers during the war. So we are not happy about what is going on. The British people are not planning to establish a museum for Benin. So what they are planning to do right now is to fund the museum with small money, peanut money. So that cannot pay for our artifacts that they looted during the war. And moreover, they are not even planning to return those artifacts. Instead, they are planning to loan us back our own properties. So we are not happy about that. I'm just saying, from my own point of view, how I'm always emotional when I'm discussing about the British and the Benin people, what they did to us. The same thing, I have to put myself in the shoes of the Igbo people as well, that these people are still carrying with them the scars, the intergenerational effects. You understand? Of what happened to
I understand.
These people are not happy. That's why sometimes we are saying that the Igbos are too aggressive. They are doing this, they are doing that. If you put yourself in the shoes of all these people,
yes, I understand. I am simply saying, for how long? For how long?
They need at least an apology from Nigeria.
You will never get it. That is the reality. You will never get it from one side. What I'm saying is, we need to create a holistic forgiveness.
Okay, for Nigeria as a whole, and Nigeria as a whole, we forget about the Igbos and what happened during the war. That this is what you are suggesting.
You cannot erase what happened with Biafra. You cannot erase it. It's something that is taught in schools. It's something that is even taught in other countries. The US is teaching them in some universities.
Yes, I know.
Canada is teaching them. Britain is teaching them. So, you cannot erase that. You can't erase that. But I'm saying, for how long can you continue to just agitate and fight or whatever?
Okay, Mr. Paul, let me come in there. Let me come in there.
You want to have your own country? Fine. But let
me come in there. Do you know the power? I know you know the power of sorry. Hold on. I know you know the power of sorry. So if President Muhammadu Buhari, I know he's there, but he's not there mentally. But what I'm saying, if these people are agitating, and a leader calls them, let's dialogue. What's going on? Exactly. I know, I understand. I know what has happened to you guys. It's so traumatic. We're going to have to set up anybody that needs therapy section. We have to set it up. We are very sorry. I wasn't present then, but I want to tell you that we're very sorry, and we're going to move on from this point on and do you guys right. Only those 5 words will solve
my sister. I am simply you are asking for the impossible.
I know it's
impossible.
That's why
I am trying to tell you the possibility. If we keep looking for the impossible, we will keep staying where we are. It is not possible for Buhari to come out and tell you sorry. It's not possible.
Because the Northerners, they don't believe in forgiveness. That is what they about.
That may not be true. But what I'm saying is, there are belief systems that the North have, both culturally, traditionally, and religiously, that they have within themselves, that will not allow them to do that.
Okay, so this topic,
what I'm saying is, if there is a way to come together, form some kind of a conference, they will sit down and tell each other what they have done to each other and let each other forgive each other in a very, very modest way, not by a president carrying a microphone and come and say, broadcast and say, "Oh, I want to say sorry to the Igbos."
When we say Buhari has a cabinet. This is like a table talk.
No, that's government.
Okay. So I understand you, Paul, that you are suggesting a kind of strategy for giving.
I was at the national.
Suggesting right now is just a national one, a kind of a holistic kind of apology, that we should apologize to each other so that we can unite. You understand? It's different from what I was saying about the Biafrans, that I think these people, they need apology from Nigerians, other Nigerians in the country, because of what happened to them during the Biafran War, the misconception about what exacerbated the war and everything. I understand that. I got that now. I understand that this your own strategy of apology is different from what I was talking about. Okay, clear enough. But for me, I still believe that a Nigerian government, especially under the auspices of a northern President Muhammadu Buhari, supposed to organize an apology session for the Igbos because of the agitation, like what Madam Angela just said, because of the agitation going on in the country right now. The Igbos are not happy. They are not happy with what happened to them. And after the war, they are being excluded from the politics, from the leadership of the country. They are not happy. They were killed. If you watch the Biafran War, what happened at that time? Honestly, putting myself in their shoes, I won't be happy. I will never be happy for this country, Nigeria. I will never be happy. So
my sister, it's terrible. I have watched it. I have videos of it. It is extremely terrible. I am simply saying that when you are proposing something that is impossible, you are not helping. Nobody's helping the matter to propose things that are impossible. No president from the north. If you understand what is behind their thinking of this whole Biafra thing,
I think we have to bring Oraka to this show next time. This can be a topic because we cannot ignore the Igbos in Nigeria, the way they are so bitter about the political structure of the country, and going back to history, what happened to them.
If you understand it.
So we need to talk, we have to discuss it, because all of us have been ignoring them, saying that, oh, IPOB, this. But putting ourselves in their shoes.
That is one of my videos. That is one of my videos.
It is a very bad thing. It is a very bad thing. I've watched that video.
That is one of my videos.
It's a very bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, you cannot have headache, and you go and be treating the leg, or have headache in your hand. You go and treat one eye. You are just treating the wrong thing. You want president to come and apologize to you. Okay, fine. He comes out to come and apologize. Then what? You have not treated the matter. That is what I'm saying.
But we need to intervene. Those of us. Yes, go ahead.
It's not the president that did bad things during Biafra to the Igbos. It's the people that did, and they know themselves. The caliphate has a lot of role to play for the Igbos to be happy with what they want to do, what they will be doing in Nigeria. If you carry Nigeria and give to the Igbos to manage, trust me, within 2 years, this country will become a business center.
Yeah.
Industrialized country.
Nobody can doubt the power of the Igbos. But trust me, even the Igbos as it is right now, they are not together. They are not together. If you carry a president without election, just carry dash Igbos right now, bring us one person to be your president. They will kill themselves before they even pick one. Because they are not together.
Yes.
So who do you want to apologize to? That was what I have.
No, this apology is not about leadership apologies. It's the apology I'm proposing right now is for what happened to them in the past.
Apologies must come with actions.
The war affected majority of Igbos.
But it's not enough to. It is not enough. Yes, the country itself has a lot to do with apologies to the Igbos and so many other people. Not just the Igbos.
So the apology should ignore the division going on or prevailing among the Igbos themselves. We are not concerned about that. It happens.
Yeah,
even in those states, we have our division.
Apology
should be.
Apology is not enough. The apology is not enough. Apology should come after they have sat down and said, let's change the structure of this country. Let's change the constitution and rewrite the constitution and change the demographic structure and the institution, the planning institution of the country. Once you have done that, then one of the agenda will be apologies to the Biafra. or for the Biafra war, or to the Igbos, or whatever the case may be. You cannot just apologize in the air like that without having something physical to give to them.
What do
you need to apologize for?
Okay, yeah, Mr. Paul, you are right. You are right. So I think this topic is very important. We should make it a show, a full show. I will bring Mr. Oraka because he's exposed to the Northerners and the Igbos as well, because he has been working with some IPOB members as well. So I think I would like to invite him to this show. We discuss about this because we have been ignoring the Igbos and their agitation too much. We don't care about what is going on within the Igbos.
You know, I said so much to some that are my friends.
They are the economic power of Nigeria.
I've said a lot of things to them, and honestly, if they understand the power they have politically and otherwise, and even in economically. Of course, you know now they own the economy.
Yes.
Igbo, as it is today in Nigeria, can shut down the economy of Nigeria without blinking an eye. They will just, but they are not together. We
forget about the division going on, like what I said.
No, if they come together properly, they can shut down the economy of Nigeria, and Nigeria will come to their feet.
Okay.
Do you understand? That is what I'm saying. If they form a very big block and say, look, I don't care about whether you want to make us president or want to make us governor or whoever, I don't care about that. This is the Igbos in our hands right now. This is the person who is leading. This is this is that. We own all the markets in Nigeria. We own all the trades and everything. As of Friday next week, we are shutting down. Alaba market will not work. The market will not work. Benin market will not work. Nowhere we work. Even the senators cannot leave their office. Just market alone. But you know, what do you need? If you are getting up, if I'm giving you an apology, I should also give you the right to have your international airport. I should also give you the right to bring in goods without paying duty to Lagos.
I understand you. I understand you. This is very interesting, honestly. You know what? This show is more than 2 hours now. We have to end it like this. Then we'll come back next time. We deviated a little bit from the Nigerians in diaspora to Biafrans and all that. So what will happen? I think this topic is very important about the Biafrans. They are not happy. I will bring Mr. Oraka because, like what I said earlier, that he's exposed to the Northerners because he lives in the north for a long time. Maybe 40-something years he has been in the north or more than that. So I will bring him to the show. Let's discuss about this because we cannot just be pretending as if we don't know what the Igbos are passing through, the generational effects of the war, what happened to their ancestors. These people are not happy. They are very bitter. They are not happy with the situation of the country, how they are being excluded after the war as well. So let's discuss about this. Let's discuss about this. That will be another show. Maybe a few days from now, I will organize it and bring everybody together. I will make sure that I also bring somebody from the IPOB to this program so that let's discuss about the Igbos and their agitation in Nigeria.
To be united, we need to form this body we're talking about because I've been thinking while you guys are talking, I'm thinking money is power and also population is also power. So we need to do our own thing instead of that. Bike trying to speak for us. She's not speaking for anybody.
Yes.
So we need to speak for us. We can't have somebody else speak for us that is in contact with the other side. So we all need to think about it. I'll call you guys and know if we can just start off maybe small. We'll see that we explode.
Yes. Exactly. We have to come together.
You're the only one that can correct things. Nobody will do it for you.
Yes. For any group, we start from few people, then it will expand. Okay, so we can start it like this, then gradually people will join. Okay, Paul, thank you so much for this program today. Oh my God, the ideas and everything. Thank you. After I interviewed you the other day, the program we did together the other day, oh my God, people have been calling me. They want to speak with Paul. They want somebody sent me some questions for you. She lives there in Canada. One other man called me from the US as well because of you, requesting for your phone number. So Thank you so much. It's wonderful to this program.
Thank you.
Thank
Blah,
you.
blah, blah. Tell them they have to come through me because I can reach him.
You want to be his secretary, right? His
Yeah,
secretary
yeah.
in
Yeah.
diaspora.
We're getting
I'm
those phones
available.
in Edo State, the heartbeat of Nigeria. We are.
Yes, exactly.
I'm available.
So
So
thank
I'm
you so
available. Anytime they want to reach me, I'm available. So just feel free. They can call me.
Yeah, because the person she sent me a lot of questions for you about businesses, establishing businesses in Nigeria. So I will talk to you after the show. Thank you so much, Sister Angela. Merci beaucoup. You know, I
Yes, I'm getting this started. I'm serious, guys. I'm gonna get this started. So when you have all your friends and all that, we need to get this rolling.
Oh, yes.
Because 2023 is around the corner.
Yes. Yeah, we can start it like this, then gradually people will definitely join. And when we are doing that, we should be cognizant of one thing that is very important, like what I said earlier, that we should adopt this tribal blindness. It's very, very
I don't have
important.
a problem with that.
Tribal
they call me United
blindness.
My nickname is United Nation at work.
So we don't want people to carry that mentality that I'm different, I'm from this tribal group, I'm superior, I'm this, I was being marginalized, my group in Nigeria is being marginalized in the country.
But it's the way we act. It's the way we act. That's what we affect the group. It's the way the leaders we act. The way we have to watch our words and we have to watch our action. And even when we take action or speak something that we just get hold of ourselves and say, oh my God, there are other people here. We can also come. This is the awareness we are talking about. We are too cocky. We are too full of ourselves.
Whenever I hear something like that, I just say, get over it. Get over it. Get over it.
My God.
You know,
story goes a long way. Story goes a long way.
You know, things have happened in the past. You know, please, let's get over it. You know, I recently I hear people say, you know, fighting. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I came up with something that will also interest you. Anytime someone tells me, do you know who I am? I'll just simply tell them,
I want to know.
No, I know who you are. Just ask me who you are.
You're God's child.
You are